Preface. To be read, not skipped. How strange it is that any person of sound mind can covet notoriety. To me, it appears a condition so irksome that I regard with envy all who live in blessed obscurity. I never sought for fame, but I unluckily found it, and lost tranquillity at the same moment. It is said that the ambitious place their sovereign happiness in dominating others. At that rate, I may be considered by no means an aspiring character, for, so far from seeking to command, I have submitted to let everyone rule me. In fact, I have lived in such absolute subservience to the will of others, that I have long since ceased to be the mistress of my own, my time and talents being considered a kind of property funded for the use of the community. Full many a morning that I designed to pass in knotting, knitting, netting, stitching, and various other feats of housewifery, I've been constrained to spend in writing out charades for Master Frederick this, or solving riddles for Miss Emma that, besides being nightly put in requisition to officiate as mistress of the revels at 9/10 of the merry meetings in this overgrown metropolis. There's no withstanding the solicitations by which a host of friends assail me. Either with the hook of flattery or the crook of perseverance, they are sure to take me. Pray, dear Miss Rachel, honor me by coming to my 12th night party. My little folks will be in ecstasy to see you. It will be such a treat. You are so droll, so witty, and so amusing. The evening will prove so insipid, so insufferably humdrum, if you stay away. Ah, say, then when you will come, you condescending dear, obliging creature. And more of this inveigling cant and sweet flumgummery. While those who are destitute of talents to persuade and arts to wheedle fairly contrive to carry their point by dint of teasing. They are no Quakers, I assure you, for they will never be said nay to. The leaves of autumn, spinning in the eddies of the Rhone, have not to run a giddier round than I have. Bitterly have I been made to feel the truth of the old proverb which affirms that too much honey becomes gall. The young folks, I suppose, will scarcely credit me when I declare how much I loathe the sight of plum cakes, mince pies, simnels, and the whole licorice tribe of Christmas delicacies, nor how deplorable a thing I feel it to be boisterously mirthful at the bidding of each rude stripling, roistering wag, and pert young hoyden in the country. Ah me, how little such conceive the misery of being jovial, when causes of disquietude arise or griefs abound. When the soot-bag of a chimney-sweep hath destroyed my china crepe pelisse, when my lawyer hath lost me one suit, and a false lover hath withdrawn another, when I, from hour to hour, expect Minette will kitten, when my poor molting bullfinch is trying with his tuneful beak to extract the largest of his pinion feathers, what, are these times for junketing? No, by the melting mood of blue-eyed sensibility, I vow the thing is not to be endured. I will, have time for the indulgence of my lawful sorrows. As things now go, I cannot avoid envying the very mutes who walk at funerals, fellows well paid for pretending to mourn when they are glad, whilst I am constrained to rejoice when I am sad. This hypocrite part hath been performed too long. How many years need not be specified, as persons at the bar are not obliged to criminate themselves. But, after such a length of public servitude, I certainly may now assert the right of rustication, making my final exit from the boards, like to a worn-out player, or a dying tailor. In order, therefore, that merrymakers may henceforth have no excuse for calling in my personal assistance to promote their frolics, I have determined to offer the world this little, which I now beg leave to recommend as my proxy, hoping it will be admitted into all parties, not with less kindness than I myself have been received for these last, years. Farewell, ye jocund youths, blithe maids, and sprightly grown-up children. Though we shall meet no more to munch 12th cake and quaff port negus, I still aspire to prompt your mirth and regulate your sports. Even now I seem to hear your peals of merriment and see your madcap antics. Would, in return, that you could just peep through a crevice in my window shutter, to see how I enjoy the comforts of a winter evening. You will, perhaps, now anxiously demand, what should we spy? I'll tell you. A cozy spinster toasting muffins at one side of a snug parlor fire, while on the other, Pug and Pussy sit sociably lapping milk out of the self-same saucer.